Fellow water throttlers. Is that the word again? Water throttling.
Yeah, the water throttling.
Water throttling.
Yeah.
On Monday, we actually asked you, is there another phrase that you'd like for us to use when we are referring to... it can't be water shedding.
So yeah, it's water reduction. So, what is the phrase?
Anele, just call it water reduction. They are reducing the water.
I think water throttling towards day zero sounds very radical.
I think the water story should be called water titrating.
Come on, team. I think it should be H to go.
H to go.
And that was the winner, H to go. Listen, this started last night. All of the Joburg residents are going to be affected. For how long, we don't know. But this is why we've got the head of communication and marketing at Joburg Water, Nombuso Shabalala, on the line. Nombuso, thank you so much for your time. Good morning. Welcome to Anele and the club.
Good morning, Anele and the club, and thank you for having us.
Morning.
You guys have had a busy week, eh?
Yeah.
We have. It's been very busy.
Okay, so there are a lot of concerns around this water throttling. What is the major concern from the Johannesburg residents that you guys as Joburg Water have picked up?
Okay, maybe if I can just start by saying, can we call it water supply reduction? I like how I think Frankie called it that.
I agree with you. I also agree
Yes,
with you.
'cause
Water supply
throttling
reduction. Yeah.
sounds-
No, Nombuso, we're calling it H to go. H to go.
Okay, hashtag H to go. All right.
H to go. Y'all are so trendy right now. I love it for you guys. But I like that. It's water reductions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for a greater good. So, and I mean, Joburg residents have flagged their concerns with Joburg Water. What is the major concern amongst the residents?
So the major concern among the residents, and I think for us as Johannesburg Water, is that our water demand is very high at the moment, almost unsustainably high. Maybe if I can mention, Anele, that per day we consume 1,750 megaliters a day as Johannesburg, and we are supposed to be consuming 1,500. And so we are above what Rand Water, our portion from rainwater as a city. So this water reduction is really around us getting that reduction down because we are over consuming by 250 megaliters. So we need to bring that down. Hence the water supply reduction that we've implemented.
So when you say about the consumption, right, do we know how much of that is water that's getting lost in our pipes through the pipe system? Because we know there's obviously issues around the maintenance and the pipes and stuff. Do we know how much is lost in the pipes and how much is actually that we're using? Are we consuming as consumers too much? I think the answer is always yes. I think it's always no one is sparing enough. But how much of that is actually lost through the pipes?
So it's not only the consumers. So our consumption is really aggravated by our huge water losses, and it's at 46%. And that is attributed to our aging infrastructure, illegal connections, and also bursts and leaks, and also then the consumption from the consumers. But that's not the only factor. So it's a number of factors that are contributing to our high consumption.
So when it comes to the water reduction, you, as Joburg Water, you're not saying that we won't have water from 9 p.m. until 6 in the morning. It is just going to be reduced. When you guys do the maths and you're freaking out like the light at the end of the tunnel, how long do you think this is going to continue until we are back to normal? So
throttling will continue under our current water level restrictions. As you may be aware, we are under level 1 water restrictions. So it will continue up until our reservoirs, the levels are at a level that is stabilized, and it will continue up until, because rainwater provides a weekly consumption graph for us, up until that graph is kind of like our demand curve is stable. So it will continue up until that time, and we will continue informing residents where we are in terms of that. But Rand Water does publish our demand graph as the metros in Gauteng.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing is, as Joburg Water, you guys can't scold, the public. But the bottom line is, you guys just want to say we are wasting water. That's it. Stop wasting water. Like you letting the shower run too long. You're filling too much water in your bath, and you don't want to kind of monitor adults. But ultimately, every single one of us, we are part and parcel of this problem. We are all wasting water. And Nombuso, you just want to say, guys, stop wasting water.
We are, and maybe Anele, just to say, it's us as Johannesburg Water as well. We do need to fast-track our pipeline replacement project, which will address the issue of leaks and bursts that the public is so concerned about, but also to appeal to residents. Let's practice water-saving practices. When you're brushing your teeth, don't let the tap run.
While you're
don't
brushing.
Fill up your yes, while you're brushing.
And Nombuso, can
and
I...
also...
Sorry, go for it. Sorry, finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also?
No, I was saying also when you're cleaning your paving, don't use a hose pipe, rather use a broom. So all those things that may seem little, but collectively they will contribute to us saving a lot of water in the city.
Can I just I want to give a shout out to you and your team, Nombuso, because there was a big pipe that burst around the Bryanston Reservoir. It was about 24 hours ago, literally, just around midnight on the 13th. And 25,000 households affected all across Bryanston. It was us in Lone Hill, parts of Four Ways down to Pulse of Rivonia. And the team, they fixed that thing within 24 hours. I went to bed last night, didn't have water, and crossing fingers, woke up this morning and everything was working. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
I know that team worked through the night to get that pipe fixed. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Frankie, for that. So part of our water demand management is also improving our turnaround time to be between 24 and 48 hours. So I'm glad that happened in the 24 hours. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for all the information. That is Head of Communication and Marketing at Joburg Water, Ms. Nombuso Shabalala. And here's another thing. Remember, I think it was 1992, 1993 when there was a litter bug campaign.
Yes.
Where people were littering, and then you would literally be shamed for littering, and then it really worked because then it was kids who were like, you're a litter bug, you're a litter bug, you're a litter bug. I think that has to happen with water because I'm guilty, brushing my teeth, I let that water run.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Getting into the shower, you let it run so it can be at the temperature you want, and then when it's there, you shower. Every single one of us, we have to make a conscious decision to realize that we are wasting a resource that none of us can afford to live without.
That's it.
Stop wasting water.
Anele and the club on 947.
Monday to Friday.